Good evening, everyone. I am Corey, and we are 20 Sides to Every Story, playing through Out of the Abyss. Tonight, our players will take on yet another threat in the Underdark, this time seemingly an impending slime army moving on the city of Blingdenstone. But before we get to that, 20 Sides to Every Story is a friendly online community of like-minded gamers. While we tend to focus mostly on TTRPGs. That doesn't mean that's all we do. We do a lot of gaming, a lot of console gaming, and a lot of other art, painting minis. Thank you very much, Ed, for the cheers. And we do a lot of stuff. We have a Discord. I recommend you join if you haven't already. People are around most times day, and so it's a great way to get to know what we are up to. And if you like what you see, we also have a Patreon. The Patreon gives you various advantages and perks. So I encourage you to check that out too if you are enjoying our playthrough. Most nights we're on around this time or sometimes a little bit later. So we will run through the schedule a little later, but you can see it down below. And so we pretty much every night of the week something's going on. So, yeah. So, why don't we have our characters introduce themselves, and then we will quickly get back into the story and what's going on. Let me start with Alex.
Hi everyone, I am Alex. I'm playing Vic Valentine. He, like these others, have been through quite a bit getting to Blingdenstone, where we currently are. Everything started off with us being held captive by the Drow, and now we are here in this situation, which seems like it stands as the last thing in our way to maybe returning home. And so Vic is very much nervous, kind of as we're about to undertake this huge thing. He understands the ramifications of it, and he's just hoping that everything goes according to plan, and that soon we will be making our trek back home.
All right. Next up is Ed.
Hey, I'm Ed. I'm playing Jaisa Siltstride. She is a halfling rogue of the inquisitive variety. She's going to be very quiet today, as I'm struggling with a cold, and will be mostly muted. So that's.
Hope you feel better, Ed. Next up, Scott.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'll be doing Drazzle, who's a lizard folk cleric. He is starting to come to recognition as that this major thing is happening. He didn't like being a prisoner, but he also didn't like where he was up in the world, so he didn't really feel much different. And he's kind of felt free for the last couple of weeks, running around doing whatever happens with this group of people. And while he wants to, do well today, he also starts to wonder, like, I don't really want to go to the surface and go back to my old life. So he's kind of torn. He's like, I want to do well, I want to help these people out, but I don't know what's going to happen next.
All right. Last but certainly not least is Ethan.
Hi, I'm Ethan. I play Dolphix. He is a gnome fighter. I think out of all the places that this group has journeyed in the Underdark, Dolphix feels like he can call this area his home with his fellow deep gnomes here. So he really wants to leave the Underdark a little better than he left it. So he's ready. He wants to help defend this place.
Okay. I'm just going to move you back to the map of Blingdenstone, the big map, with all our notes here. Okay, so as a few of them alluded to, the party has found themselves captured by the Drow and being sold into slavery. And they managed to escape from the clutches of the head of the slave prison, a woman by the name of Ilvara. The characters had made their way across the Underdark, being complete rookies to the Underdark itself. They, along the way, learned a lot more than they thought they were going to about the Underdark, because it turns out that a number of demon lords seem to be present here on the prime material plane inside the Underdark. So they ran into a creature which very similar to Demogorgon, and some other demon lord who seemed to be wanting to infect all of the mushrooms in the Underdark, and that could have easily been. I always slip on her name.
Zugtmoy.
Zutmoy. Thank you. Aramikos is the largest mushroom in the Forgotten Realms and also the largest entity. And that's who she hopes to wed, according to a vision the characters saw. And most recently, it seems like there might be some influence from Jubilex, the faceless lord, here in Blingdenstone. Obviously, one demon lord shouldn't be on the prime material plane. Why multiple are here is a question that will be saved for another day. But when they got to Blingdenstone, the reason for going to Blingdenstone was largely because the Deep Gnome actually have trade routes to the surface here. So it's the first time they know definitively of a semi-friendly group who actually goes up to the surface and trades. And so Blingdenstone itself, though, is a city rebuilding. About 300 years ago, it was completely decimated by the Drow. Everyone there killed. And only in the last 10 years have a group of intrepid deep gnomes come back to try to reestablish the city, slowly, piece by piece, reclaiming parts of it and increasing their perimeter and their protective boundary. Most recently, the city has come under siege by what seemed like a little problem at first, but now is becoming a massive problem of slimes to the northeast of the city. Just keep building up and up and up. And there are reports that there is some mad humanoid back behind the slimes who calls himself the Pudding King. And the Pudding King seems to have some control over these slimes and might actually be trying to basically dissolve the city away. The characters felt obligated to help. They definitely, from what they know, feel the presence of a Jubilex, so another demon lord here who might be somehow influencing all of this. And so they have gone out to sort of prepare for this massive battle that is coming, the Battle of Blingdenstone, which is our episode title tonight. Most recently, in the last episode, the characters went and found a place called Ogremarker's Boon, Ogremark's Boon, which is a summoning circle, a blessed summoning circle that allows the deep gnomes to summon earth elementals, more powerful earth elementals than your average summoning circle will be able to summon. And earth elementals are absolutely vital for Blingdenstone, as they rely on mining and these elementals to build up the city directly for them. When we left our characters, they had just found Ogremarker's Bane, and they had headed back. Along the way, they managed to strategically find places for a sort of distant group of were-rats who would like to be part of the city. Most of them are deep gnome were-rats, and they are shunned by the current population of Blingdenstone, but they would really, really like to have a bigger role in the city and be included in its protection. The were-rats have offered to be the front lines of this battle for Blingdenstone. They are already on the outskirts of the city. They already have to deal with these slimes on a daily basis, so they're the most familiar with any of them. The party has actually done a really good job of encouraging the were-rats to include themselves in various things. And most notably was when, at the end of the last episode, one of the were-rats was the individual who was going to bring the summoners, the earth elemental summoners, back to Ogremarker's Boon, so that they knew where it was, which is a huge deal for that relationship between the two groups. Just one last sort of dangling bit is one of the tasks that needed to happen was sort of a longer distance task. And so two of the individuals who were NPCs who were in prison with the party headed off to visit old friends, the Myconoids, to obtain some chemicals and fungal ointments that they would need to protect the metal objects in their inventory from being dissolved by slimes when they fight slimes. So we'll start there. What's going to happen is you, the wizards within the city, have cast ascending to Eldeth and to Darendil. Eldeth and Darendil report back that they have the chemicals. They are heading back, and it'll be 5 days before they get back. Easier to come back this way than it was to find a place they'd never been. So it should be a solid five days, assuming nothing bad happens to them along the way. And so you have a few days to prepare. You have a few days to do what you need to. Or if for some reason you decide that you would like to start the battle early without this boon, you are welcome to. And so we open. You all are sitting down at the one inn in town that is excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. That definitely caters to visitors. The Foaming Mug, run by Tappy. So it's the evening. Tappy's running around trying to help all the customers as they come in. It's more popular than it's ever been, and you definitely have a bit of fame in the city, the group of you, as people come in. Maybe a lot of people don't necessarily directly approach you, but you can tell that everyone has their eyes on you for all the things you have done so far in the city.
Are there were-rats in the place with us?
The were-rats still don't feel welcome enough.
Can I invite one to come with me?
Yeah, you'd have to go out and get them, but if that's your intent, Chipgrin is definitely, the one you probably know the best now, besides the gentleman who went with you to Ogremark, Spain, Boone. There's no foreshadowing of that. I got the wrong one. What would you, what is there anything specific you guys want to do between now and this next section?
I think Vic maybe would just want to lean in and start to use this fame that we now have, or these positive feelings that people have for us, to start kind of talking up the lycanthropes and like trying to dispel, maybe we can get some of that shine to kind of rub off on them. We've been doing that already, and he's gonna, I don't know, do some songs. He's gonna write up some songs with about being friends with lycanthropes and that we're all part of the same team, and I've got the lycanthropic fever. It's fine.
All right. So
but not like literally.
Yeah.
I am going to assume at some point you are going to go back and approach the Diggermatics and say, yeah, these people have done something. Make a decision on this. Is that, or are you hoping they come to that conclusion themselves?
I think maybe if we've got 5 days, we'll maybe like in the midpoint. We'll kind of let other people come to their own conclusions a little bit, and then maybe approach them then.
We'll give them the chance to make the decision on their own.
You, I mean, and just the attitude. Seni seemed far more positive about it than Dorbo did, but Dorbo didn't really seem negative. He just was more concerned with how, like, he would have to sell it to the population, right? And so anything you can do to help those, like your song, will affect that in the end. So, okay.
Just try to passively accomplish it by bringing in one guy and having him sit with us.
Okay.
And make a point of anytime they do ask us about the things we're doing to prepare, mention how the were-rats have helped because they've been along for everything.
Right. Right. And I think you guys have intentionally made sure everyone sees that they're they're along for
They're
the
wearing along with us.
they were along for the what you've been doing.
Yeah, we tried to be really conspicuous about that, but even if anybody asks us about what we're doing, I might make sure to mention it as well.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on making sort of that check just to see what else you guys gather up in the meantime. The night comes and goes. Vic, it's a huge success. You don't people stare at you about the lyrics, but they like the music, right? They like the fact that and your friend from the Singing Stones, she comes up and joins you on stage for a little bit for one song, harmonizes with you, and it's a good time. You definitely tell that it's probably the biggest crowd you have all seen in there, but it's also you get the feeling that people, like, once they heard you singing, they actually came. Like they were not planning to come, but once you started your set, it sort of lured people into the place, and people seem somewhat happy to know that there's a plan. The pieces of the plan are falling into place, etc. I'm just going to narrate through this, but stop at any time. Is there over the next few days? Is there anything specific? Do you need to go shopping? Do you need to buy things? Do you need to try to find things that available? You know, how are you guys doing on health potions?
Did
Asking for a friend.
they have the means to make those for us?
You have alchemists, and you just basically did the alchemist a huge favor. So
I
if
have
that's an
one.
I've got one.
okay,
All right, sorry. Yeah, two.
good.
Well, maybe it wouldn't hurt to go ask.
So as you have to wander out to you have to wander out to the mines. The alchemists mostly practice out there because most of the alchemical product is for the mines, to dissolve rock, to extract minerals from rock that are useful, and to probably most potently grab the spell gems that are used throughout the city, and to dissolve the rock material around them without actually tarnishing the gem. They will gladly procure you each 2 potions of healing. And let me just look at something real quick. I should have brought this up, but I forgot to.
So, I maybe have something I'll ask them.
Sure.
I don't have a magical weapon, but do they have the means to mix up something that, like a applicant, they're going to apply something with these materials that the other 2 are bringing back, but like something like an oil of sharpness or something like that?
Sure. Let me, I'm just looking for the stupid random magic items. There it is. Okay. 1 second. Alex, roll me a D100.
We found 98 of them. 98 doses.
Okay. Okay, so they have, I wish I knew my oils better. They do. They have an oil of sharpness. They have two things they can give you. So first of all, everyone mark down 2 basic health potions. They do have one oil of sharpness. The only problem is it's not as effective as a real one. So instead of an hour, it lasts 10 minutes. But it's still +3. Everything else is the same. It takes a minute to apply. So it's just not going to last an hour. The other thing is they have also 1 potion of greater healing that one of you can carry.
How much would they charge for the oil?
They're charging you nothing. You've done,
okay.
Yeah, they are. All of that is free. That's the best they can do. And so if they will try to play around, but most of their stuff is really like acids and things like that. So the magical stuff is just something that sort of happened by accident. Besides the various potions.
Speaking of that, Corey, since they have mostly worked with acid, do they have anything that's protective against acid?
You let me see. One second. They have 1 vial of a potion of resistance against acid that they can give you.
Okay.
Lasts an hour. Gives you resistance to acid damage.
Might be good for us to hang on to in case we have to rush into.
But they really point out is like, we don't let the apprentices use acid. Like, people who are experienced use acid. We don't really need protection against it. But they have this one in case of emergencies.
Anyone want it?
I'm okay on that. I'll take the oil, but
I have a greater healing already. So
Good.
A potion of acid resistance is not a bad thing to have.
Nope.
I think we definitely take it.
I think it probably should go to Dolphix because he's most likely to be in the front line.
That's what I was thinking. I will gladly take that.
Okay. Okay. So that's sort of, let's say that's the end of day 2. Day 3 comes around. Is there anything you're trying to accomplish on day 3? It would be 3 more days, 3, 4, 5. They would arrive at the end of day 5 if all goes well. And the senders are still positive that they're on their way.
maybe this is where we can have our meeting with the leadership.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do before that meeting happens? Okay. So Senny and Dorbo are there, busy as usual. You see Senny now has she has like the full maps of every sort of there are drawings all over the map showing battle plans, and her sort of schemes of how to deal with this and how to get at the Pudding King directly, or as fast as possible, while everyone else distracts the main body of slimes. You do, as you are talking to them, you do learn that, or as you're waiting to talk to them, probably, you walk in and you hear one of the captains of the guards who you met briefly, or one of the guard leaders, I guess, who you met briefly at one of the times you were going out, talking about the slimes seem to be growing exponentially. Like they had been increasing, but now it's getting much worse. And he foresees that the attacks into the city, the slimes slipping through the cracks and whatnot, and attacking the markets, are getting more and more frequent. And so he worries about the next few days. She nods. She sort of, both of them, Dorbo and Senny, look very concerned. They nod, and the guard salutes and sort of walks off back to his post. And they see you, and they smile. They're genuinely happy to see you. And they say, "Yeah, our heroes. How can we help?"
It's time to revisit our conversation about the lycanthropes.
I see. And have you come to some sort of agreement with them? Have they, do they wish to give up their curse, or what is it that they want exactly?
Well, they want to be a part of the city again. They want their part of the city. They want a guarantee from you that will remain.
Curse.
And in return, they're still willing to lead an attack on the slimes, in addition to our own attack.
It seems that if you give them something to fight for, they will be willing to put their lives on the line and defend this. It'll be a shared victory. If you make a public announcement, you let them know that their lands will be their lands. That goes a long way raising morale. That's a leg up. You can't quantify that.
You see around the room, there's some members of the mining guild who have, like, when you said it's time to talk about the were-rats, you see that it instantly like attracted attention. Everyone's like, doing the ear turn. And as you make that point, Alex, you do see some of them nodding in agreement, that this isn't like a totally far-fetched idea. And so they, it seems like you have some support. Is there anything the rest of you want to contribute? Is there, or do?
Do we know what like the hesitancy is? Like why they're so antagonistic towards the were-rats?
It's just a little bit there. It's definitely not earned by any means. It's definitely the
Fear of the other.
no, that, well, a little more than that, like the fear of being cursed into lycanthropy.
So they
Like-
said that about the curse. Do they feel that this group has been taking their people to fill their ranks? What is
They according to the lycanthropes, according to the were-rats, that has never happened. That the people who are grouped up are they are for whatever reason they haven't contracted it, but not because any of the lycanthropes up there have bit them. They're not all from here. They're sort of from a variety of places, although there are some from here.
Do the lycanthropes even do they see it as a curse? I mean, there's generations of
Right.
they've always lived with it, right? Like it's not
Right. So
unusual to
yeah,
them.
so a lycanthrope can give birth to a lycanthrope. They don't seem to see any problem with it at all. I think and certainly Chipgrin's whole concept or his whole philosophy is trying to find a stable existence for these people, right? They're not trying to cure themselves.
Yeah, so that's a non-starter if they're going to talk about trying to remove that.
I want
I
to
don't think we need to bring it up.
make sure that we bring up the commune spell and what and the gnomish deity's reaction to the the lycanthropes.
Yeah, good point.
And mention that if that priest hasn't brought word, that even their own god sees this as a good thing.
They, when you mention it, it's definitely not new news to them. Like they haven't brought it up to you. They haven't said anything, but they're not surprised by the news at all in any way, shape, or form. It's clear on their face. Thank you, Ike, for buying everyone else a reroll. I appreciate it, kind of, that you bought everyone else a reroll. I just noticed that suddenly I don't have the most rerolls, and that makes me sad. Anyway, so they are they are not surprised by it. They seem to recognize it as a like fact at this point, but they're being a little like grumbly about it.
So can Dolphix like read the room? Is it still like there's still some hesitancy here?
Some, but not nearly as much as it was.
Okay.
And so like, and by read the room, I literally mean not just the two people in front of you, like the advisors and the other people who are in the room. They're all focused on your conversation, and you can tell at a quick glance it's probably 50-50 split at this point, who is interested and who is not interested in this.
Okay. All right. I guess Dolphix will also speak up and address everyone. Like he's not gonna pretend that this is a conversation between us and just two people here. Sunny and Dorbo. He'll say, I understand what you all are doing here. It is a commendable thing to attempt to reclaim your home city, this Blingdenstone. And it is something that I completely support. But one thing I think you all realize at this point is that the Blingdenstone you currently live in is not the one that you left. It has changed. Just ask the other ghosts that now live here. No, Blingdenstone is not just your home, but the home of your ancestors and the home of these lycanthropes. And one thing you need to realize is if you want to choose to make your future here, it is not going to look like the one in the past.
You definitely see the nods around the room as people recognize the truth to your words. Why don't we make a quick group persuasion check? Dolphix, Jates, and Alex. Sorry, Scott. You can all have advantage.
Yeah, doesn't matter for me.
Wow, what's going on here? It's twins night.
Yeah, we all felt we had already earned our advantage, I guess.
Okay. So, you see, after sort of the conversation goes on a bit, and you see, you hear sort of side whispers in the crowd. You you see sort of Seni and Dorbo give each other a knowing like glance, right? Seni looks to be the more aggressive in that glance, like that her point should win. And eventually you see Dorbo's resistance sort of fade from his body, and his shoulders not necessarily slump in defeat, but you can tell that he recognizes he's on the wrong side of this. And he lets out a breath, which some could say is a sigh, but not quite that dramatic. And he turns to one of the guards nearby, and he says, I'll need to travel out the north gate. Will you accompany me? And the guard sort of straightens up, and you see the two of them walk off towards the north gate. Seni lets out a very brave but tight smile in your direction before intentionally turning away to talk to people about the plan.
I'd like to go accompany him
Okay.
if we can.
As you step out, or as you step in that direction, one of the gnomes, probably somebody you've met, but it doesn't not particularly important who, actually grabs your arm and says, it's probably best that you let him do this by himself. It's you shouldn't worry. You've convinced him, but let him offer the invite to the Werats, since it was he who was the obstacle till now.
I have no intention of standing in the way of that, but I'd like to see it.
The gnome shrugs. It's not going to stop you in any way. Who else is going out in that direction? Just Jason?
Right. Yeah, I think I'll hang back.
Okay.
Yeah, as will I.
All right, Jason. So you follow along at I'm assuming a respectable distance, and you see the gates open. I'm assuming you slip through. Dorbo is in front of you, and he is sort of talking with one of the wererats. He's sort of maybe 10-15 feet up that main passage. It was if you probably remember, but up here, 10-15 feet up into it, when you see the wererat nod and nod again, and the wererat turns to another one of the wererats who's in fully gnomish form, and that gnome wererat sort of turns around and runs off. And a few minutes later, you see Chipgrin, accompanied by maybe 5 or 6 other wererats, approaching from the north. Besides you, Dorbo is here with just like a single guard. And I think that in particular has made the guards at the gate a little tense. So the gate is actually still partially open, as guards inside the defensive perimeter of the city are sort of all staring at what's happening, because it's happening basically in front of the view. The exchange is very polite, but very direct. And in it, Dorbo admits that the city is stronger with the wererats, or would be stronger with the wererats. That he admits that Dorbo and Seni both believe the only way that you will be successful, the group of you, is if the wererats help. Otherwise, the casualties on part of the non-lycanthrope gnomes is going to be too high. It's going to be terrible. Dorbo, I think, asks for an apology. Or I'm sorry, he asks Chipgrin to accept his apology. Is really what I want to say. And there's a, depending on how close you decide to get, there's sort of a somewhat more heartfelt exchange about protecting your own community, and that Dorbo sees that same quality within Chipgrin, trying to protect his community as Seni and Dorbo are trying to do inside the protective program. And so Dorbo sort of leaves with the promise that he will do his best, ignoring there's an agreement that they can become part of the city. That's not a problem. But Dorbo goes further and says that they will promise to convince the remaining citizens who are holdouts of the value of this union. And Dorbo doesn't really look defeated at this point. Maybe relief a little bit in his body posture. And as he turns around and walks towards the gate, he sees you, and gives a nod, and you see that he has, like, whatever hesitation he had about making the decision, it's gone. He's made the decision, and he's moving on, and he's willing to live with whatever consequences of that decision are. And he walks past you into the city.
I'm going to have a brief exchange. Just going to walk over to Chipgrin and offer a handshake, and then go back inside, find everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Chipgrin is, of course, pleased. And he probably says something to you that says, of course, it's not entirely over. Those are words, and there are many actions to take, but it is a new step that we haven't taken before. And he thanks you and asks you to thank the rest of everyone.
Well, we'll happily take your thanks, but it was your own actions that earned a lot of this.
And he says something modest, like, it's only the actions of my people, not necessarily mine. I believe in my people because of what they do and who they are, not because I am some great individual. But he turns around, and you can see him preparing to deliver the news to his people. All right. Anything else? So the next, as you heard the guards say, the next part of the day is actually filled with a lot of slime attacks. And so you guys can choose to help with those. You can choose to sort of bolster the guard forces, but it's much worse than it has been. So much so that Dorbo and Seni order sort of the markets closed for now, and for people to congregate around the inn as much as possible, being the place farthest away from the slime area of the city. And so people are not necessarily scared, but they are anxious as this sort of new order goes into effect as night falls on the third day. Is there anything you guys necessarily want to do for day 3, or by end of day 3, moving into day 4? Nope.
Nothing I can think of.
I think, like, doesn't have to be mechanic or anything, but like as these days go on, I think Dolphix is going to be helping out with Is it like, what were they called again? The wardens or?
Oh yeah, the Burrow Wardens. Yeah.
Burrow wardens.
So the
Yeah.
Jedgren and stuff. Yep.
Yep, Jedgar,
Nope.
yeah.
Yeah, no problem. That's great.
That's basically where he'll be spending most of his time,
Right.
is doing that. Yeah, that's all.
And I'll say during that time, you actually, it's a lot of group tactics for battle, right? And the wardens themselves are going to go in that. I haven't really drawn it up on this map. I drew it on the other one that I showed you. But the wardens themselves, let me try to use. I'll use red. The wardens themselves are going to use this area, right? They're going to open that gate and they're going to try to like have slimes pour in and kill them as they're pouring in, basically. Whereas the were-rats, we're going to go in this way to do the same thing, to basically like try to focus all of the attention on the slimes to the west as you guys move up from the southeast.
Okay.
However, the more and more you see Dolphix, it's not just the gnomes who are practicing. Ghosts are coming back, and they are practicing as well. And while they can't, like, two ghosts can practice with each other, it doesn't really helpful for a gnome and a ghost to do that. But it's a reassuring thing. Like, this past is meeting up with the present, and sort of all citizens are sort of cohesing around this plan. There's not a lot of ghosts, but you do in the process, you sort of know their tactics, and you know how to you learn how to command them if need be. Like, if you found yourself the head of one of the units, you would be able to effectively, tell 3 or 4 of them what to do at a time during this battle.
Okay, cool. From a scale of like one ghost to like Aragorn leading a charge, how many ghosts would this be?
Well, so that's probably the weird thing, is they're like retired, right? So they don't all show up at the same time. But
Ghosts retire.
Yeah, what
is
this?
Yeah, they're 300 years old, and they died in battle. So yeah, they have disability rights. And so they don't show up all the same time, but you count like at least 10 to 15 of them that, like, based on their appearance, just seem to be different groups. And so it's interesting. So and it will play a mechanical benefit during the battle. So just remind me if I completely forget to tell you. Anything else? Slime attacks on the rise again on day 4. It's getting bad because without the chemicals, the weapons are actually melting pretty fast, like at this point. And you see the sort of supply lines. They've moved the supply lines back similar in this area of the city near the inn, just because, once again, it is the farthest place back. And so you see guards, and you see coming back with even their armor is being dissolved away by these. And so the smiths and everyone are trying to create things as fast as possible to keep them at sort of ready for the attack. People look tired. I'm assuming you guys are helping with this a little bit, not necessarily mechanically going to do it, but that you're doing whatever you can over these few days to try to, whether it's throwing off cantrips to burn these things off or whatnot, just to help them out. So day 4 comes to an end, and so the senders, they tell you that without a doubt within a day, the 2 of them are going to be here, Darendil and Elda. So your very last day, is there anything you guys would like to do before? The assumption is, with that news, Dorbo and Senny say, okay, the morning of the 6th day, that's when this is all going to start. Is there anything you guys would like to do before all that happens on your last day? Any last purchases? Any last plans to make? you guys can see the whole city. And I tried, if you have questions about what the actual plan is, I don't know. And you guys have seen the other map. The other map is basically just the northeast corner of this. Just blown up a bit. And on that other map, so you know, I'll remind you, but on the other map is the squares are 10 feet, not 5, because it really is a big space. So, okay. So Eldeth and their were-rat companions and Darendil arrive back that evening to a big fanfare. It's really quite like, this was like impending news. And Eldeth and Darendil, they just look exhausted. This was a lot for them to take, and even the were-rat companions. This was a hard journey, as we narrated a little bit about it last time. And you see Eldeth sort of pull in, and she says, I just want some beer and some food and bed, and I'll talk to you all in the morning. Darendil sort of looks equally morose, as they basically sped to get back in time, based on what the things the senders were telling them. So unless the night, that's it. Let me feed my dog real quick, and then we can start into. So I will be right back. I'm just gonna, feel free to plot amongst yourselves.
So do we have any strategies for taking out what we expect to see in there? Any shared knowledge? What works and doesn't work?
Well, it's hard to say, I guess. I assume the bulk of what we're going to be dealing with would be the oozes, but it's hard to say whether there's other things in there, humanoids or whatever, that might be faster, because my thinking is they're going to be slow. So, if we can try to keep our distance away from them as best as possible, it's probably.
I have a feeling he's not kidding about there being like 50 of them he's going to throw at us. So I don't think we're going to be able to stay constantly away from them. But what works against them and what doesn't?
Probably like just focus firing on, like, if we can just like make sure that we're focusing kind of on the same targets to kind of clear out, especially if we're going to get surrounded, so we're kind of clearing out.
And don't use slashing.
Right.
Don't use slashing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things I can hit. Like radiant, I can work on, and fire when I need it.
Yeah, I'm mostly just gonna use my short sword, so I'll be in the thick of it. So I think the acid resistance helps.
What usually hangs out with oozes?
More oozes.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy's called the Pudding King. What's a pudding?
an ooze. A great dessert. That's what a pudding is. Does Vic have a battle speech? You're gonna have to like give a big speech before we fight.
Oh yeah. Well, he's
So,
probably
I
got a
hope you know
ballad.
that.
Like, he's got some power chords and like a rock ballad that he'll be like playing on his way in.
Okay.
So I just want to share with you guys something that I looked up as a spell that I was planning to take. Motivational speech from Drazel.
That's not a spell that's available.
Oh, that's gonna be
Aw.
exciting.
That's a
Oh, is this at Acquisitions Incorporated?
yeah.
I saw
Okay.
Walnut and Crash.
It was
Yeah.
available to me in my spell selection, so I'll make sure it's changed with something else.
Oh, one of you must own it, and we're in sharing. That's why. Because it's not me.
I have the ultimate bundle, so I have everything.
I got it. Yeah. So, okay, let's move over to a new map real quick. So going to move you guys down here. You guys are actually not quite on the map yet because the tunnel you see in the rocks is not yet carved. Basically, at a specific hour, the alchemists are going to dump this brew that they've been preparing. Basically, they're going to eat away the rock as fast as possible. And it's going to do it in a way that almost like it seals the rock around it, like the rock liquefies. And it actually makes like a tunnel rather than collapsing in. They're going to do that. The summoners have summoned for you and put into, one of you can pick who, your authority, an earth elemental, who will follow rudimentary commands, like attack, go there. Earth elementals can just walk through stone, so that's as long as it's not shaped or formed stone. And if it's natural stone, they can just walk through it. So if that's useful, so who would like to have control of the you okay, Soph? Sorry, we're having some trying to back up with the new knee surgery. Who would like to take the elemental? They will have the initiative immediately after you, whoever it is.
Dolphix, you want to be like the drill sergeant of this elemental?
Gladly.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull over one of the summoners or an alchemist and be like, you got like a saddle or something for that?
Who would ride an earth elemental? It's just a bunch of rock. You kill
Dolphix would
yourself
ride
if
an
you-
earth elemental.
They look at you like you're crazy. They've never even considered it. Although you do see one in the background thinking, but what if?
Maybe it's just like a Treebeard situation. You just kind of grab on and like go for the ride.
If they're moldable, they could just put like a little seat in the middle, and I'd be like a mecha. You know?
All right.
Yeah, I can take control of it. That'd be great.
So overnight, the gnomes, the alchemists, have also taken all of your armor and all of your metal objects that you might be bringing into battle, and coated it with this stuff that they prepared. And so any of the destructive parts of the oozes will not work for you, just so you know. So you all have armor after this.
Would that have any conflict with the oil of sharpness?
No,
Okay.
it's fine. I mean, but it's maybe overkill because the oil of sharpness is going to prevent it from being. But even after the 10 minutes, you'll still have that weapon, or before the 10 minutes, right? With this stuff. And then let me just make sure I'm getting all of these. There's a lot here. Dolphix, you teach everyone in the group the expression "cry havoc," and what "cry havoc" will do is inflict disadvantage on something attack. You can only use this once during the entire battle. Huzzah! A ghost will appear and help you. And what it'll do is if something is attacking you, the thing will suddenly get disadvantage, or if they're rolling a saving throw, they will get disadvantage. Okay. So each of you can use this once, and you have a one of the Burrow Warden ghosts to come out and assist you.
On the ghost army.
What does it give us again, Corey?
Okay.
Each one of us can do it, and what do we get from it?
When something is attacking you or you're attacking something, right?
Yeah.
If something is attacking you, you can inflict disadvantage on that thing that's attacking you. Or if you're attacking it and it requires a saving throw, you can give it disadvantage on the saving throw. Basically, the ghost is going to come out and mess with it to where it's difficult to pay attention to you and
All right.
at the same time.
Is that a reaction? Or
No, it's a nothing.
it's a nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Is it
It's a
something
free
that
action.
I can do for Dolphix. He's attacking someone, and I can say this, and he gets to impose disadvantage on a save he's creating, or it's only
That-
for you and your own.
You can do it. I don't have a problem, but it's only
Okay.
once. Each of you can only use it once.
Impose disadvantage.
So it's almost like a reverse reroll. It's like a
Right.
negative reroll almost. So.
Cool.
Of course, it'll if they have advantage, it'll balance out. Same normal rules, but yeah. And let me just make sure I'm not missing one. So your earth elemental is a little more beefy than it would normally be. Metal is immune to the corrosive effects. That he didn't do. Yeah. Yep. So that's it. Is there anything? Eldeth and Darendil are basically exhausted, so they are going to help be sort of inner city defense, like basically with the guards, but inside a little bit because they're not going to be very effective based on the speed they had to travel back at. So is there anything? There will be the 5 of you. There will be guards behind you to make sure slimes don't actually get into the city. Behind you also is a hollow spell. So if you don't know the hollow spell, because we're in that temple that you cleared. It's a little bigger, so different types of creatures can't enter the enemy. You can get rid of charm, frightened, and possessed from it, and then the effect in it is daylight. No, that's stupid. It wouldn't be daylight. The effect in it would be the effect in it's going to be energy protection acid. So if you guys choose to go down, if this isn't clear to everyone, I'm sorry, this part of the map. If you guys choose to go down here, you'll have resistance against acid. The slimes are not one of the creatures who are affected by that hollow spell, so they can follow you in, but potentially you'd be a little bit stronger there. So the way this is going to happen is at a certain given hour, the were-rats are going to go in first. The guards are going to open that northeastern door, and go in next. And at that point, they're going to pour the acid onto the rocks and start a minute later. You should have an entrance into it. Who is moving through the tunnel first? What's your marching order?
I think I'll lead the charge with my earth elemental. I mean,
I'll probably be right behind him.
The earth elemental could just walk through. Okay, Vic. Jason or Drezel, who next?
I can go Dex, that way he can sneak out from behind me.
Sure.
All right, so let me get some map numbers here real quick, and so I can tell you a little bit about. So you immediately, as the were-rats start their attack, you can hear the echoes of battle already. The were-rats are intentionally creating a lot of noise to try to get the slimes to feel the vibrations and come over to them. So just grab it. Room numbers. Why are you so slow tonight? So as you walk in, you see slime everywhere. I mean, it's not just like every wall is covered in some sort of icky, sticky material. The floor is covered icky, sticky material. You can see probably where you are that as you go west and north, it gets a little worse. And so it's not clear what is slime and what is like slime chemtrails, like what slime left behind, because everything is gross and sticky. Because Drazzle has such an intimate relationship, Drazzle very clearly recognizes green slime on the floor.
Yeah.
In various patches. It's not solid, but it's there. Like you can, because you know it's there, easy to avoid. But I will note it's also on the ceiling and on the walls.
So you're saying don't lick it.
Don't lick it.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna fill
Unless you don't like what you currently taste with your mouth.
This must be the pudding.
Hopefully, it's not dripping from the ceiling.
Hopefully, it's not something on the ceiling.
What gets rid of green slime? Is it fire? Or we haven't tested that theory.
No.
Sorry. And so as the rock dissolves away in front of you, and it's really, quite impressive how fast it works, but how it also makes a tunnel, like a perfect tunnel. You can hear the sounds of battle even louder, as you hear the screams of gnomes being eaten by some of the acid as it's gotten on them. You hear the were-rats sort of rallying each other on, saying, and you hear like for Blingdenstone, like they are bought on this idea. And you hear some of the commands for the burrow wardens, the tactical commands being shouted by their commanders. And so you are very aware to the northwest of you. You can't see it, but you can hear the sounds of battle. Every part of the intelligence, I think I mentioned this, seems to say those northeast chambers, somewhere around there, is where this Pudding King resides. I will remind you that these squares are 10 feet each. And what do you guys want to do?
Guess we go northeast.
Okay. So how are you traveling? Straight line, scattered?
Kind of like a diamond formation.
Diamond formation. So would it be correct to put you, say, like this?
Feels about right.
Yeah.
That thing out in front.
Okay.
I'm going to hang back a little bit and stealth.
Okay. So I would like everyone to roll initiative, please. And we're going to stay in this initiative for a while. Just so you know.
So it better be good.
Guys got rerolls if you need them.
Nah.
Oh.
Well, I rolled a 2. That's actually pretty surprising.
Okay. So what starts this whole encounter? Oh shoot! Give me 1 second. I almost forgot to do this. All right. Sorry, just grabbing some stuff, some character sheets. is Dolphix, as you're moving forward, you see on the ground fairly close to you what looked like just one of those slime trails, but you distinctly saw it move. And these, so let me just, these are probably, like, you guys are filling 10-foot squares, so just be aware of that. Like, you could go down a little smaller. 2 of you could be in the same square, 4 of you, in fact. This is a medium-sized ooze. And
massive.
And you see it aware of you, Dolphix. And it starts moving towards you. Wait, no, really, what's going on here? You guys can see that gray ooze, right?
See the thing, yeah.
See one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Okay. It starts moving it moves painfully slow, but you see it moving in your direction. Oh, sorry, and let me put Earth Elemental on here. And Earth Elemental is going to go behind Dolphix. Okay. So that was its turn. Jason, you're up next.
I can never tell if I'm muted or not.
The scale, I set the scale to work, so if you want to measure distances, it should.
Okay, and these are 10-foot squares, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shoot the thing with a bow.
Okay.
I will move up and attempt to stealth behind Vic.
Okay, 1 second. I'm going to assume that it's incredibly easy for you to stealth. Although, yeah. Blind sight. Blind sight is still easy for stealth, right? There's no reason it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I guess blind sight would mean that it didn't rely on sight to see me, but I'd still, stealth would still work with if you're quiet and that kind of thing. But
Right, exactly. So, okay.
But
all I'm saying is that I think you are automatically going to have stealth against gray oozes because
okay.
of stats. There's no way.
All right.
There's no way mathematically for this not to work.
Well, I'm gonna stealth and shoot it then with advantage.
Got it. That hits. So 24.
Yep.
And you see as the arrow flies into it, and it starts to dissolve. And you see the creature sort of like start to lose its internal cohesion, but it is still up. Vic, it is your turn.
I am going to vicious mockery at stupid gray ooze.
Does vicious mockery have a minimum? Like, if someone's this dumb, it does nothing.
No, I don't think it does. Let me take a look.
Just if, the psychic attacks.
Yeah. Well, it is a wisdom save, so it's, I don't know, probably not very wise either, but
yeah, it's going to fail.
So 6 points.
Good.
And
you see it sort of bubble, and then it dissolves. Doing anything else, Vic?
Maybe I'll just move up a touch right there. But I'll end my turn there. I'm kind of waiting. We have this diamond formation, so I don't want to get too far out of formation.
Right.
Just an idea. It's not a religion.
Okay. Dolphix, you experience a very unpleasant feeling as basically from the ceiling something drops down in front of you, splattering you along the way. And a pseudopod runs out and unfortunately misses you.
Good thing I didn't look up with my mouth open
Or lick the wall.
or look at the wall.
Drezel, it's your turn.
So you said another one dropped out of the ceiling?
Mm-hmm. They're everywhere, man. It's not
But it's
nearly
not-
as bad to the northwest.
It's not the same looking as the other thing.
Sure isn't.
Do I recognize what it is?
I mean, you haven't eaten this one, so. I would say, I'm colorblind, but that looks ochre to me.
I'm asking because I don't know if it means I know anything about it. I'm complaining that Drazzle only knows what he's been told about what to face.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably.
It tastes like butterscotch.
Yeah, it is. Either banana or butterscotch. Like,
I mean, it looks tasty. It looks
I mean,
like a
look.
nice fountain I'd find at a wedding and
It's like, yeah.
fruit into.
So
I'm just going to fire out some Toll the Dead at it. I don't really know what to face it with, so I'm going to try and hit it with something simple.
Okay.
And it's not been hit by anything, right?
Correct. It seems resistant to your nonsense. Dolphix, is now your turn.
All right. I will hit the ooze with my sword and booming blade. So. So 11 plus 1 thunder.
Okay. You slice into it, and let me just make sure it doesn't have anything weird.
I pierce into it.
Pierce into it. Okay. Yeah, just making sure that. Such weird. So I really had to pay attention to resistance and immunity. You slice into it, and you chop some of it off, and it's sort of like the piece you chop off turns very, very little, or liquid. Sorry, like it's completely lost its form.
Still up.
Alex, in answer to your question, is like the whole idea is that the pudding, like everyone believes, Sunny specifically believes the pudding king is actually commanding them, and if you could kill him, those oozes might just be oozes again, with no real purpose.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure if that was like
sorry,
a
I should have
specific
reviewed.
charge or not.
Yeah, I should have reviewed that earlier. So, okay, Dolphix,
Second attack.
Yep. Hits.
14.
Nice.
So that's my turn.
Okay. Would you like what random order are you going to give the earth elemental? I will I guess warn you. The earth elemental basically can only do bludgeoning damage. If it's not, just for your awareness, not.
Oh, what good is that?
I'm not actually warning you, like that. I don't know anything extra.
No, yeah, hit it, slam,
Okay.
multiple times.
2 times, both hit. 9 and ignore that, so 20. It is still up, but you see as it slams into the like it punches it, and because its hand can push into the ground, like it pushes it into the ground, and the earth behind it like seals it, so it takes whole like chunks, like it has some holes in it, like a piece of cheddar cheese. All right. Jasa, as you are focusing in front of you, you feel the unfortunate warm slime come down behind you, splashing you. And I'm assuming misses you. Vic, likewise, the lake next to you, a pseudopod jumps out of it, tries to smack you. And man, they are not doing well tonight. All right.
Did well in that save against me.
Now I know why it wasn't working. Hold on. Let me.
Oh, Corey, I guess I should have said before we started that I downed that potion. But
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Particularly since you didn't get hit by anything yet. So.
All right.
Let me just fix my round counter because I just realized. Nope. I do not want to clear the turns list. Cancel. Add. Okay, round. It's gonna be round 1 now. Give me 1 second. Get it round 2. All right. Jason, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to cunning action disengage to get away from the one that is near me, and take a shot at the one next to Dolphix on my way up there.
Okay. Hits. Give me one. I think you kill it. I'm just working on something up here. Dolphix, you should be able to move the Earth Elemental yourself now. So, and you can open up its character sheet and do stuff. So, I'm sorry, you killed him. He dies. You hear as that one dies. You hear, "We have friends. I am the Pudding King." And then you hear, "We will eat their faces." There's someone very excited to your northeast. Vic, is your turn? Unless
I'm just going to move around behind and get back into this little cubby down here.
I'm going to target this one and hit it with a vicious mockery and point at that northeast chamber and be like, "You should feel bad because you follow that guy."
Okay. Wisdom, sorry. Great. Who's wisdom? So take 6 points of mockery damage.
And I'm going to move away from it. So if he takes an attack of opportunity against me, he can, but it'll be a disadvantage. And the 14 will miss.
Okay.
Is this like difficult terrain or anything like that?
No, not. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Basically, like, even though remember the squares are 10, not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So just be.
I was here, so 10, 20, 30.
Yeah, and for those of you who move 25, just move 3, 1, and do the next. Or no, I trust you. Dress.
All right, the one in front of me is still up. Right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna try see if Total Dead works on him this time. Finish him off before I go after anyone else. Don't roll another 20, please. Yes.
Still up. You see it bubble. Sort of, it makes the water around it sort of almost boil as you do that. Anything else, Drowsy?
I'm in attack of opportunity range of it.
But it just used its reaction, and you would definitely be aware of that.
Okay, so I'm gonna step back.
Got it. Dolphix.
All right, I'm gonna spend 10 feet to go over here, and then hit it.
Hits. And you manage to pierce through it, and you see it start to sink to like a greasy stain sinks to the bottom.
Great.
Of there.
And then another 10, I'm gonna move up right here next to
Okay.
it. say, "Come on, we need to keep moving."
The earth elemental is bigger than you guys, just so you are aware.
Mhm.
Like you're all a fourth of those squares. All right.
And then Earth Elemental will just move 30 feet. Or 10, 20, 30.
Got it. Thank you. Dashing or
Oh, yeah, might as well.
okay. This poor gray ooze tries to dash up. Oh, actually, he can get to Drazzle. Oh, Drazzle. What is going on?
No complaints. No complaints.
1 second.
There's still a 5% chance of a crit.
Give me 1 second.
Just use your rerolls here, Corey.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, use them here.
You're here.
now that Isaac didn't buy me 34 like I wanted, I have to be sparing. Got it. Okay. Jason.
All right, I'm gonna cutting action dash.
Okay.
2, 3. Get up to here, and I will take a shot at the one next to Drazzle on my way through.
Got it. Hits. 21 damage. It's still up, but you managed to pierce a bunch of holes, or I guess one big hole through it.
That's it for me.
Okay. The in front of the earth elemental, you see this large black substance rise up from the wall and move over.
Oh, okay.
So let me open this.
It's the image of the pudding, but it's got a thing in it.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. If so, there's a zoom. Yeah. Has maybe one of you. We'll see. This thing attacks the earth elemental. Where's my black pudding? Man, oh man. Vic, it's your turn.
All right. Seeing that, I'll do a vicious mockery at it.
This one's particularly sensitive. What?
And I'll move I'll be like 10 feet behind the earth elemental there, and I'll give a bardic inspiration to, let's say, Drazzle, because Drazzle's. Just remember, you could use that on your AC as well.
Yeah,
It's a D8.
that's the important thing. Thank you.
Drazzle.
The guy's right up on top of me. I'm just gonna try and kill the dead. See if I can take him out. Counting on some bad rolls by you, but good by me. Ding.
You do not take him out. Anything else?
I'm gonna try and move, but it's gonna open me
He's
up.
going to attack you.
Yeah.
Ignore the pluses. So you're going to take 2 bludgeoning and 8 acid.
Unless I use this bardic inspiration, right?
Yeah, if you want to use the bardic inspiration.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time right off the bat. What is it, a D8?
D8, and then you add that to your AC.
All right, so that puts me at no different, 20, no better than I was. I wasn't expecting to roll that low.
What's your AC?
18.
Oh, then he's still hit, right?
Yeah.
was thinking the other way around. Okay, so 2 bludgeoning, 8 acid. Ignore the parts about armor in
Okay.
there. What you have. Dolphix.
All right, Dolphix is just gonna move with a dash. So, 10, 20. Let's do 10, 20, 30, 40.
Jason, can I ask you a favor? Can you watch for the round counter to be right above you?
Mm-hmm.
Just because as I add creatures, it may move because because it keeps descending.
Mhm.
So, yeah, thanks.
So that's Dolphix's move and
Okay.
dash, and so the Earth Elemental's gonna slam.
Okay. Do you want to roll? Or roll 2?
Yeah, I can roll that. That's fine.
That hits.
Okay, that's it.
You should be able to click on slam in the thing in the chat.
There.
Yep, 12 bludgeoning. Okay.
And then second one. That's a miss.
That hits. Yep. No, that hits.
10.
Like this is a slow moving thing. Okay. All right. Let me just make sure of that. Yep. Okay. Drezel, were you moving more than 10 feet away?
Yeah, I was trying to move my movement.
Okay, so you have 30 feet, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I just couldn't quite figure out how to measure half a square.
Why would it be half a square?
Well, I guess that's right. I was saying 30 is how far I can move, so I could move 3 squares. Yeah.
Yeah, and the scale works on here. I set it up so like this is still.
Well, then I would have gotten 2, 3.
I was just asking because otherwise this thing would have come up. So it's coming up behind you. 1, 2, but it can't. However, Vic, one plops down from the ceiling next to you. Oops, what did I just do? What did I just do? Oh no. 1 second.
Turned off our grid.
It sure did. There it is. Okay. Let's try this again. So make sure I pick the right one. One plops down next to you and tries to pseudopod you. Totally misses. And then another drops down next to you, Drazzle. Tries to pseudopod you.
Whoa, thanks for the jams, man!
Misses. Jason, it's your turn. Unless I didn't miss someone, right? I don't think I did. Okay, Jason.
Right, I'm gonna move up, and actually I will duck, get hidden behind Vic first, so I can roll with advantage.
Mhm.
Not that I think I probably need it here, but extra chances for crits is good.
Yep.
On the
Nope.
black pudding, by the way.
Yep. No problem. 22 damage. Piercing. It's still up.
Right.
You're carving pieces of it off. Like, and as they fall off the main body, they just sort of like get reabsorbed by the slime around. Anything else? You might be muted.
Nothing else.
Okay. It's the black pudding's turn. I think it's still going to go for the earth elemental just because it feels those vibrations and misses the earth elemental. Vic.
All right. I'm going to do a vicious mockery on the black pudding. I think he's the bigger threat. Bam.
Yep, makes it.
And then a bonus action, other bardic inspiration on Drazzle.
Okay.
And I'll just move there and call it.
Okay. Razzle.
All right. I was gonna go with spiritual weapon on the one that is right next to me.
Did we ever give you a spiritual weapon?
Yeah, we did last time.
Do you remember what it was? What does your spiritual weapon look like?
It looks well, just like a stick, very primitive.
Ladle.
Soup bowl thrown in anger.
Roll20 has some unique. Wait, what's this? Perfect. Drilled by Drizzle. Oops. Yeah. Okay, you should be able to move that around, Drizzle. Where
All
are
right.
you? Where's it going?
Smacking him.
Okay.
And I can still do a cantrip at this time, right?
Correct. So did you roll the? Okay, that hit. 6 force. Okay. Yep, you can. I'm just moving it next to it so I can get to this.
And hopefully add that in, if not another magic save by the wisdomless creature.
11 points. Still up.
And I'm going to try to move again closer to the group.
Okay.
I know we're going to get attacked.
Misses.
30.
Dolphix, it's your turn.
All right, same old, same old. Oh, a fail.
Wait, it didn't fail.
No, that was a nat 1.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It is fail. It's all right.
The 5%
Totally can't see that
chance
color.
happened. All right, second attack.
That is not in that one. 10 piercing. Okay.
And then that's my turn, and then we'll do the Earth Elemental's turn.
You've been attacking twice with the Earth Elemental, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the first one.
Got it. Still up. That hits. The second one kills it. Anything else?
It's gonna keep moving.
Okay. Okay. This gray ooze is trying as hard as it can to catch up. This gray ooze, I feel like this is 5 little piggies went to the market. This gray ooze is going to attack Vic, its friend. 21.
That'll hit.
4 bludgeoning, 8 acid. This little ooze is going to move into the space because it's really 4 spaces. And it's going to go after Drazzle, who could have moved more.
No, that was as far as I could get.
Okay.
He was a little bit ahead, even with me.
Yeah. So he's gonna, the ooze is gonna pseudopod you. Misses. Okay. Give me 1 second. Oops, I did that already. That's 5. Jason, it's your turn.
All right.
Hang in there, buddy.
I'm trying. I'm going to provoke an opportunity attack, I think, from the one by Vic.
Right, he has not used his.
I think probably I wouldn't be that close if I on a bigger grid, but
Oh, right. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, sorry.
I don't know. I mean, there's not really a good way to do that.
So every time, like, I tried to put it on the normal grid, but Roll20 was freaking out with a map this big.
Yeah.
So I apologize. If it becomes a problem, we can.
So I'm just going to move up to here, and I will take a shot back at that one.
Okay. Go for it. Hits. It's up because that's the first hit you got.
And then I'll go ahead and it looks like I'm trying to move my token to see. I'm going to make a stealth check around that little rock promontory there.
Yeah, go for it. Totally, no problem. Vic.
All right. Planning to move ahead, but first, a vicious mockery on this one by Drazzle.
You managed to kill this one.
Nice.
Oops, sorry, Drazzle.
And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 30 would be right there.
So this one here is still alive.
It is.
He's
But
gonna
he
wait.
used his reaction.
Okay.
So there you go. All right. So, Vic, between you and the Earth Elemental in front of you, unfortunately, the black pudding drops. And it's going to use its pseudopod against you. And because I can't roll. Actually, you know what? Sorry, Vic. I'm going to use one of my rerolls.
Oh, here it comes.
No. What am I doing? It's not going to help, but 18.
18. I think this is a good time to use my ghosty ghost friend.
Okay. Got it. So I'm going to re-roll again, and we'll take the first number. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
You're crying havoc.
Oh, that's still going to hit.
Yep. 5 bludgeoning, 11 acid. As it you start to look like the picture. It starts to creep up around your feet. It starts to burn away against you. You're not grappled by it or anything.
Feel so good.
Okay. Drezel.
Okay. That was kind of all very interesting suddenly.
Vic, what were you concentrating on?
Probably the second from last week. I still had it.
I assume that.
I
yeah.
copied you from the temple. Yeah.
I'm going to swing my weapon into the one that's right over here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can get him out.
Uh, 17 hits, so 9 critical. You kill it.
Okay. And then
what
should not be critical.
Yeah, I know. Spiritual weapons. What sort of damage? Is it
Force?
Is
D8
radiant?
plus 4.
Force. Got it. Thanks.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it just type damage. It should say on there. So.
And with that range, I'm just gonna hit a Soul of the Dead at the one that's been kind of pursuing us.
Okay. You managed to kill it. I had 1 hit point left.
And then I move my 30. Try and get up to the area here.
Okay.
Just 3.
Okay, Dolphix.
All right. 10, 20.
That hits. My whiskey became effervescent there and just popped into my eye. I don't know what's happening here.
10 piercing plus 3 thunder.
Okay. Okay. So
Second attack.
that hits.
12 piercing.
That's 12. Okay.
That's his turn. Earth Elemental's gonna come on down. Hit it! Okay.
Okay. Hits. 9. Hits. Yeah, it's 7. It's really hard not to. As you punch into him, and okay, hold on, let me just make sure I'm doing something. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm gonna say this now, and I'm only gonna use it for the Earth Elemental's turn, not for your turn, Dolphix. Every time you hit him, you were supposed to take damage, acid damage. So he takes, as long as you're within, yeah, he takes 4 damage from acid as it splatters off onto him. So just be aware of that. This is only the black puddings. Let me just make sure of that. That should have ochre jellies. Nope. And gray uses. Nope. It's only that they have this power, which I should have been using. All right. Anything else for Earth Elemental?
Nope. Earth Elemental's good.
Unfortunately, Jason, or not Jason, because Jason's hidden. It would have been Drazzle. Another one pops down and moves towards Drazzle with a -1 initiative.
Love me.
And 24.
That'll hit.
Do you have any way? You have a bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to use that.
Or Cry
It
Havoc.
helps.
You could
Roll
try
an
Cry
8.
Havocing too. You could.
Well, the other thing I was saying I can do is I have Shield of Faith, but that wouldn't make a difference. It's only +2.
You can.
And it's
Wait,
not a
do you-
reaction though.
Shield of
Yeah.
Faith
Oh,
has
is
to be
it?
cast on your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I might just have to go Cry Havoc to put the 14 in.
That's what we're saying. So I'm going to roll again. And
Oh,
it'll
I
be
thought I
fir-
just put disadvantage on the roll.
No, that's what we figured out with Vic.
It does just do disadvantage, but because we can already see the other roll, it makes it a little unfair.
Okay.
To,
Right. Yeah, exactly. If you told me you were doing it right before I rolled, absolutely. But
Got it. That makes sense.
oops, sorry, wrong thing.
So,
Double down. So 8 plus 23, a little less damage.
okay. Still 31 when I had 35.
Okay. It is round 6. Jason. Oh, sorry. I don't think I said this. You do hear the Pudding King shout out again, and he, as the black pudding starts to eat off Drazzle's face or his body, and you do that. You hear the Pudding King being like, "Their faces taste so delicious. Bring them to me." Jason.
I'm going to cunning action disengage,
Okay,
move up to here, and shoot the northern one.
got it. That definitely hits.
For 15.
15, thank you. Okay, it's still up. Unfortunately, it's not nearly the ooze it used to be. It's half the ooze it used to be.
That's it for me.
Okay. Vic.
A vicious mockery on the pudding.
Got it. Ooh, I made it.
Damn it. I'm gonna do a healing word on myself. And I think I'm gonna do that at second level. So 8. And then I'm gonna just move slightly to be up here. That'll be it.
Okay, give me 1 second. I feel like this battle very much reminds me of that battle, the Eberron battle in the house, where I'm just dealing
Keeps
with-
coming and it just keeps
Oops.
coming.
You're gonna fight a gray ooze at some point. I gave away the secret. Okay, sorry. It's Black Pudding North's attack. Dolphix, you were the last to attack it, so it's still. Oh no, the Earth Element was. So it goes after you. So Earth Elemental. 14 misses. Drazzle.
I'm going to take an action to disengage
Mhm.
and move 10, 20, 30,
Okay.
and hope that I can have a chance from out there.
Okay. Do you
My
want
bonus action is going to swing the spiritual weapon
Good.
onto the guy.
Go for it. Yep, you hit it. You smack into it, and black tar sort of splatters off of it. Dolphix.
Okay. Same thing.
Totally hits.
10 plus 7 thunder.
So 17.
Yep.
You
Still-
you managed to kill it. This will cause you damage though.
Sure.
Says it splatters everywhere. 7 points of acid damage.
Okay, I have that
Yeah, so
because I have
3.
3.
Um,
I'm gonna take 10 feet over here and hit the second one.
got it. That hits 10, and you're going to take acid damage again. So just 2 this time.
Okay.
10 damage, right? Yeah. Okay. Earth Elemental.
Let's see. 10, 20, 30. It's not worth it. It's just gonna keep trudging along then.
Good.
Up here, and then I think I'll dash up here.
Got it.
Unless it sees any oozes, but I assume
It does. It doesn't at the moment.
yeah.
The problem. So that you have 2 problems. One, the gray oozes are indistinguishable until they move, and then a couple of the others are in the ceiling. So that's the challenge here. Oh, sorry. It's this Black Pudding's turn. Going to go after you, Dolphix. 21.
I'm gonna shield.
Okay. You would have taken 15, but with 10 with your thing. Jasa is round 7.
Okay. I'm going to take a shot at the one by Dolphix first
Totally hits.
for 22,
Correct.
and then move.
North, I assume.
Yep.
All right. Vic.
And I'll do a stealth as I pass behind Vic
Got it.
to get hidden.
Dolphix, did you use your bardic inspiration? You still have it, right?
Oh, I had it.
I thought you gave
I
it
thought
to
you gave it to
Sorry.
Drazzle.
I meant Drazzle. Sorry,
Okay.
Drazzle. Do you still
Yeah, I
have it?
have it.
Okay, I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to Dolphix. Said the right name there. Dolphix gets the bardic inspiration, and then I'm gonna down a healing potion here because I need some health. So another
Yep.
8, and bring me up to 21, and I'm going to keep moving forward.
Hey, Vic. You have. Never mind. You don't have. I'm lying. Gold
Do you have
face
some?
layer.
I don't know. Whatever you think
I
should
was
have, I'll take it.
I was thinking you all had the blessing of weapon, but you had the
Oh,
other blessing.
the opposite, yeah.
And I know I was trying to unravel why. Anyway, we went through the magic item thing earlier, but anyway, okay, a drizzle.
Okay. I feel like I'm in a small temporary lull, so I'm going to use my bonus action of smacking that spiritual weapon one more time.
Got it.
Try and help damage there.
Hits. You damaged it.
And then I'm going to consume one of my potions I have because I'm at 4 hit points.
Okay.
I should be at 4 hit points. I think I had to reload D&D Beyond, and it put me right back to where I was before. So
Oh.
making sure.
I think you said you had 35 and you took 31, so yeah.
Yeah. And for using the potion of healing, I just need to roll 2d4 plus 2.
Correct.
I'm seeing if I can do that right through the thing. It's helpful.
Oh yeah, nice. So 5 points. Are you moving?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and catch up to the group.
Dolphix.
5 points.
Hits.
11 plus 5, 16.
Oh, 16. There, hold on. -6. Let me do this 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
5 points, so 2.
2. Still up.
Right. It's still up, even after the 12. So,
Goodness.
yeah. Without the earth elemental punching at it, it takes a little longer. Earth elemental, what do you want him to do?
He's just gonna keep pushing forward.
Okay.
And I'll just stay there. I'll wait
Okay.
for everyone else to come up.
So just I know this isn't, but the earth elemental literally could go this way if you so wanted him. Just
Yeah, but I want him to stick
yeah,
with
no.
the group,
Just realize you have that ability if you so choose.
Cool.
It's the black pudding's turn on you. This is round 8. Jason.
All right. I'm going to take a shot at that black pudding back there. 10. I stealthed last time.
Yeah, it still hits. It has a 7 armor class. So 21. You managed to kill it.
And then I will stealth again before moving further north.
Okay.
30.
Dressel, did you move that last round?
I did.
Because I think can it only move 20, or am I thinking of?
It can. Well, I was just moving it, so I'm going to keep moving it forward to me because you can operate at 60 feet away from me.
Right, but it only moves 20 per round, doesn't it?
Oh, then maybe that's true.
That's all. That's all. If you don't mind checking, I don't care that you moved to last round. Just make sure you're.
Yeah, it can move it 20 feet. So it's not quite caught up to me then yet. It's from here 10, 20.
Vic, as your turn starts, you can hear in the distance, I can taste them.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Well, this one's gonna taste a lot like healing potion because I'm gonna down another one, like just downing it like Gatorade. So 2d4. Okay.
Not bad.
It should be. Yeah, close enough to fall. Just a little shy. I'm gonna follow basically the path that the elemental is taking. 5, 10, 20, 30.
Okay. Dressel's your turn again.
Yeah, I'm just looking at how I might want to affect myself. If I'm at 9 hit points, I can take another healing potion before I use a spell. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to assume another.
Sorry, I'd like to give Jace a bardic inspiration as well there.
No problem. Nice. Perfect score. Near perfect. Dressel, you're moving. And are you moving your...
I'm going to move 20 and let my thing catch up to me. Just stay kind of at a par of 20 away from me.
Got it. Dolphins.
All right, I'm going to use movement and dash. Move 5.
Okay.
And then Earth Elemental will just move another 30 feet.
Okay. Round 9. I think. Hold on. Let me do one last thing. Oops, what's going on here? I don't want that. Okay. So what just happened? Jason, it's your turn. Just messed everything up.
All right. I see no targets currently. I'm going to run forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. To here, and then hide again.
Okay. Vic.
Do I get a sense? Am I hearing the voice further on this way?
Exactly. Yeah. It's not.
Okay.
It's not west at all. It's straight north.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna dash. Then I'll do 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. Get right up there.
Okay. You, Vic, and the Earth Elemental, you feel a familiar wet plop as from the walls here. Plops are who attacks. I'll do evens is Earth Elemental, odds is oops. This is Vic. Sorry, Vic. This is you. Puzzle.
I got to rescale my map so I can see.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm always kind of dragging up the rear here.
We're gonna take a break after this round, just so you know.
So I'm gonna move forward 20 and let my thing move up 20 to be kind of still near me. and I was going to drink the third of my 4 potions.
Okay. Dolphix.
All right, I'm gonna dash too. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Earth Elemental's gonna slam the ooze.
Both hit.
12 and
12, and you managed to smash it.
I'll move another.
Dolphix, the
Yep.
is Earth Elemental moving? Sorry.
Yeah, right here.
Dolphix, the wall to the northeast of you is cracked, and you see a black substance start to ooze out of it.
Nope, 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 nope. Ah!
It's not that big. Sorry.
Okay.
It's
Struck oil.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And it's gonna do a pseudopod on you. Probably misses. And then Jasa, you have one drop down next to you.
Does it matter that I was stealthed?
Oh,
If it doesn't, it doesn't.
yeah, I'm gonna say it doesn't. Just because you basically walked under it.
Yeah.
But I still don't think it's gonna hit you because it's not. It's not good. 16.
It misses.
Yeah.
Not by much.
Okay, let's take a break here real quick. We're gonna come back because things are about to heat up. We will be back in a few minutes as our intrepid group is digging further and further into this, trying to find the Pudding King and destroy him before these oozes destroy them. I will say, for the purpose of, like, you see everything to the west of you, like where you're fighting 2-3 oozes at a time. To the west of you, there are dozens in any area that you can see. And those of you like Vic, you could probably actually see over to the guards and the were-rats actually fighting, because that area is actually open, the big blob thing. And so they have a much harder task than you currently, but there's many more of them too. So with that, we'll be back in 5-10 minutes, and we will see how this starts to conclude. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.
All right, we're back.
So, hey, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us. We just had a riveting discussion about why mimics don't pretend to be toilet paper more often. All right. So it is round 10. Jasa, you have a new gray friend next to you.
Okay. Well, I am going to provoke an opportunity attack as I move away from it.
Got it. Gray ooze.
And I will go ahead and use my Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Nope, that's still going to hit me.
3 + 7, not too bad. Things considered. All right, what next?
Then I'm going to get up. I'm going to get behind Vic and hide.
Got it.
And then make an attack from stealth to get advantage.
Hits. You're going back to the one that just hit you or attacked you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
It's still up, so you know. Vic.
All right. Vic is just burning through all of his nasty slime material, and he's gonna hit the black pudding with Vicious Mockery.
The black pudding, you said.
The Black Pudding, yep.
Fails, so 5 points of vicious mockery.
And then I'm going to go 10, 20. I guess I don't know. I'll put my token there just to keep it distinct.
Got it,
But
yep.
I'm basically right along with the
Next
Earth
to the Earth
Elemental
Element, yeah.
forging forward.
No problem. He actually is the full space, but I understand what you mean. Don't worry. Joseph.
I'm going to try to cure myself. Primary thing. Oh, that was horrid. There's no re-rolls on these dice, is that? Can't use a re-roll on my heal dice.
I personally don't care, but normally they're reserved for D20s. But
I know. I'm
go.
I won't accept
the only person who wins when you reroll uses rerolls is me. So
I'm gonna. If no one else complains, I would do that again.
that's fine. I don't have a problem.
It's all yours.
I don't know what I need to do to make that happen except cast a spell again, so I'll just do that.
Yeah, just do that. It's a little different.
I think definitely worth it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. And then I'm going to move 10 and move my thing up 10, 20 to try and get it close enough that I can start using it next round.
Okay. You have a what was that? Was cure wounds. You have a bonus action, but there's probably not much. Oh, you moved your stick. So
yeah.
All right. Dolphix.
All right, I think I'm getting a little tired of this. I'm gonna disengage and just go.
Poor Dressel. Earth Elemental.
Earth Elemental is gonna move forward.
I was like, I'm finally healed. Wham!
Black pudding.
Oh, should be following me.
Yeah. So black pudding's gonna try to pseudopod you, misses, and then gray ooze is gonna try to pseudopod you, misses. Round 11. I think. Okay, give me 1 second. So, Vic, you see this happen. You see emerging to the north of you in like the area here. You see a gnome-like figure just covered in slime, like and doesn't seem to be bothered at all. And he starts cackling, and you recognize the voice immediately. And he looks at you. And he says, "Devour them, my precious children, make your father proud." And then he starts running north. And as that happens, 2 oozes drop from the ceiling in front of you, their dark forms flowing towards you. So this one is large. Oh, let me roll for them. Hold on. What round is round up? Oh, I can get that rid of
At 11
counter. I can actually get rid of it. I don't need it more. But it was whose turn was it? Sorry.
I had just gone a turn, and then you did your attacks.
What just happened? Wait, no, really, what just happened? Where'd all the? Oh no, they're there. Okay.
I believe we're top of the round.
Okay, thanks. I thought I was missing. Like I thought turns just disappeared, but I just when I deleted the. Okay, this is a much smaller one in the back, and actually he's not right there. He's a little further off. And this is a bigger one right up here. Yeah, Jason, it is your turn. Do they have descriptions? Hold on, because they're adorable. Where's hold on. Okay. So the first one, the big one, is black pudding. And you can see it, it's sort of like, it looks a little different than the other black puddings you've encountered. The one in the back is a gray ooze. Also looks vaguely different than the ones you've attacked in the back, or that you've been being attacked by. All right, Jason, sorry.
I'm going to take a shot at the gray ooze next to Dolphix.
Hits.
For 15.
Kill him.
I'm going to just move up into this space and hide.
Okay. And so you could see these two now up here. Vic, it's your turn.
Blingdenstone has been putting up with you for far too long, guy. Justice is coming. I still have range on this one. I'm gonna give him a vicious mockery.
Okay. Which one did you point to? Sorry,
the one back by Dolphix.
Ah, I got it. Okay. Thanks. Wisdom. Fails 4 points. Okay.
Maybe I'll step up just a little bit, but I'm not going to progress too much further here. I think I'll hold there.
Okay. It's the turn of the weird black ooze standing in front of you. Oops. Wrong. You see as suddenly its its pseudopod is a little different. It raises its pseudopod in the air, but the bulb at the end of the pseudopod is much bigger than the other pseudopods you've seen. And it flings it, and this cloud of ooze flies at the earth elemental in front of you and hits. Earth elemental takes 27 points of damage.
Oh no, they're flinging their boogers at us.
And I think she approaches Drazzle.
She approaches. End of statement. Drazzle. Yes?
No, her name is Princess Ebenmeyer. Just so you know.
I just heard she approaches Drazzle. I was like, come on.
No, she approaches.
I'm going to try to hit the one that's right in front of me.
Got it.
With just simply make it easy. Toll the dead on it while it's there. One of the worst possible rolls.
But it fails, so points.
And my bonus action is almost ready to happen there. I'm going to move up to be closer to it the next round.
Okay.
Like I said, it's 10, 20. Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay, give me 1 second. Sorry, just looking. Sorry, Sophie.
Apparently that I hit that at the beginning of this broadcast and it just for some reason popped
I just
up
did
now.
it.
Yeah. I was like, what did I cheer? What did I just do?
All right. Juzzle, was there anything else to roll? Sorry, I was reading something.
No,
else.
it
Move on.
was
Okay.
my bonus action was moving it close to the attack, but not there yet. I moved,
it.
I attacked, I did
Thanks.
everything.
All right, Dolphins.
All right. I guess I will turn around and hit it. They keep chasing me.
Yeah, it's 13 plus 3, so it's 16. All right.
And
Slice
second,
into it.
second attack. I take damage too,
Oh, thanks. Yep, thanks.
and another 11.
So 1 point, 11, and then so 4 from the second,
But
or
halved.
so 0, 2,
0 and 2.
and 11. Got it. Okay.
And then I'm going to move, so I'll take the attack of opportunity. Wait, you're kidding me? Got a 20. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration. I can use bardic.
It has disadvantage.
Oh, that's right, because you vicious mockery it.
Yep.
Thank you. So, that's my turn.
Okay.
Earth
Thanks for reminding
Elemental
us.
is gonna move up and hit the princess.
Okay.
Hopefully, this is a thing it's allowed to do.
It does.
12 bludgeoning. And second attack is 14 to hit.
It's
Yes.
9 bludgeoning.
21.
How's that Earth Elemental looking?
He's still pretty good, actually.
He's looking still pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
He got boosted on health because you guys found the circle, so he just recently passed under his max health.
Yeah.
All right. Who is next? Where's my turn order? Oh, it's the prince's turn. Oh, prince. Can the earth elemental make a DC 10 intelligence saving throw? Takes 9 points of psychic damage. So suddenly the prince sort of like, you see it glow, and the pattern on it just drives the earth elemental crazy. And he moves away. It's Black Pudding's turn. Black Pudding actually can move 20 feet normally.
If it moves, it triggers my booming blade, so it takes another 2d8.
That's too stupid to do. Okay.
It's only 4
That's
damage.
terrible. Sorry. Black Pudding. Pseudopod at you, misses. Jason.
All right. I'm going to take a shot at the princess up there.
Okay.
Well, actually, how's the one by Dolphix looking?
It's half the ooze it used to be.
I will go ahead and shoot that one and see if we can't eliminate it before we focus to the north.
It's all their ACs are below 10, so
For 19.
Still up, but
And then I'm going to duck over here and hide.
Okay. Vic.
I think I will mix it up here a little bit. I'm gonna cast. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Dolphix, the elemental would have taken the normal damage when he pounded. So I'm going to take 6 off. Sorry.
I'm gonna do Dissonant Whispers on that one.
Got it. I'm going to use one of my rerolls. Damn it. Okay.
So then it takes the 9. It has to immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. So 9 points. And it needs to use its speed, which is 20. Look. All right. Anything else?
I think I'll stay right there.
Right. Prince Evamir, she is going to princess, sorry. She's gonna blobs at disadvantage to Earth Elemental. So he fails. She's going to take. She's gonna move away. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, Earth Elemental. Oop, she doesn't move that far, does she? First move. She should have done that first, but it still wouldn't matter. Do you want to attack of opportunity?
Yeah. All right.
No. It's
17.
and you're gonna take 7 points, or Earth Elemental's gonna take 7 points. Do you want me to take it, or do you?
I did it.
You did? Did you say?
Yeah, I did it.
Got it.
Yeah.
So-
Justin.
Can I ask? I had to look it up because I always forget the ruling on Dissonant Whispers. Apparently, it does allow for attacks of opportunity if it moves away.
Okay.
Just in case Dolphix wanted to.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
When the black pudding moved away from you from the Dissonant Whispers, if you wanted to do unless Corey, you have like a different ruling on that.
Nope. No.
It's
I'm
weird
fine with
because
that.
of the
Yep.
force. It always makes me think of the forced movement rule.
But it's actually moving,
yeah.
right? Like it's actually walking away. So
Okay, then yeah, I'll hit it. Ooh, nat 1, so I didn't hit it.
All right.
Well, there you go.
But you also don't take 1d8. So I think it's Dressel's turn.
How bad is the guy looking in front of me?
He's bad.
Okay, I'm gonna swing the still existent spiritual weapon into him.
Got it. So I will say I don't remember exactly the round you cast it, but because we're at round 10 now,
Yeah,
it's going to disappear soon.
yeah. I figure it must be near the end.
But that hits. He's still alive, but looking terrible.
And then I'm just going to hit it with a burning hands.
Hold on. Okay.
I didn't mean to cast it at third.
Okay. Undo it, then reroll.
Yeah. I mean, can't figure out how it does that. I hit the second button. Let's see.
Just roll 3 sixes.
It's
and you'll
sorted.
almost get
It's
there.
sorted. Yeah, it's sorted by level.
Yeah, but
So-
even if I click it in the second, it still brings it up that way. I just have to then pick it in the roller.
Okay, so you're casting at a second level.
Yeah.
You managed to kill it. Are you moving, Dressel?
Yes, I am.
So your stick is definitely not going to make it into the combat. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna move it to where I can find it. If I
No, because it
decide to
won't
cast
like
again.
it won't last.
If I
like-
cast it again, I just was
Yeah,
gonna keep
you've
the
cast it,
icon.
but that's fine. I have it here. So
Okay.
don't be good.
So then 10, 20, 30.
Good. Dolphix.
All right, just gonna dash. 4, 5. And then the Earth Elemental is going to pursue the princess and slam.
I think my rolls are coming up really
Oh,
weak.
nat 1. Wow.
Miss and hit.
That's 7.
bludgeon.
Pretty bad. Roll 2 1s.
Oops.
If it deals 8 damage, I'm going to be so upset.
7.
It's pretty close.
Does damage right back to you.
All right. That's the turns.
All right. Prince Livid's turn. Yes. It's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna do one of these. A Psychic Crush. I need on the Earth Elemental. I need a DC 10 Intelligence. So it takes 5 points of psychic damage. Jason.
I'm gonna step up to the corner here, take a shot on Princess over there. Dealing 23 points of damage. Step back and hide again.
Okay. 23, right?
Yep.
Still up, the princess. Vic.
This is quite the royal court we've got here. We've got princesses and kings and dukes. I'm going to give it a vicious mockery.
Okay. Fails. 6 points. Still up.
And I guess I'll do a quick look around at my allies just to see if anyone's looking too terribly hurt. But I
All
think
right.
everyone's looking all right, so I'm going to stay put.
Okay. It's her turn. There's no reason for her to move since she's already going to have disadvantage. 10 misses the Earth Elemental. Drazzle, it's your turn.
I really have no thing to do but move, so I'm just going to move 10, 20, 30, and then 10, 20, and get up into where the group is.
Okay. Delphix.
All right, let's see here. 5, 10. Just gonna move right there, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna move right there, and then I'm good there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Earth Elemental.
Earth Elemental will attack.
Hits.
13.
So this second one kills her.
Oh. Okay.
And as her body sort of dissipates and she starts to like bubble up and eventually see that Adolphix, you can see 2 like what look like metal bricks inside of the slime that she was once her.
Interesting. Does he still take acid damage from
Oh, he sure
attacking
does, yeah,
twice?
for both of you. So 7.
7. All right, so that's... And then he's going to move 10, 20, 30 up to the prince. Done.
Okay, Prince Livid's turn. So if he covers this. 6. Oh, okay. Pseudopods. This is Jason.
All right, I'm going to move up to here and take a shot.
Okay.
And I have to dash to get there.
Got it. Hits.
For 21 points of
Okay.
damage.
The arrow flies into him, and you can see the prince is much weaker than his princess. Vic, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to move ahead 10, 20, 30. Yep, I'm in range. I'll do a Vicious Mockery on this one.
You kill it.
All right. That's all from me.
All right. You hear from the room to the north of you. You hear Kalu, Kali, now you can join the party. As you see, probably none of you can see yet. So, Drazzle.
I'm just going to move up the distance I can and try and get close to what's happening. So 5,
Yep.
10, get up to here.
Sorry, I need to roll his initiative. Oh, what did I just break? Dolphix.
All right, moving up. So 5, 8, and Earth Elementals moving up.
Okay.
Does Earth Elemental see anything?
So the Earth Elemental is going to see it's like a shattered. Hold on, there's probably actually a proper description of this area. Give me 1 second. So phosphorescent lichen illuminate this cavern, the floor of which is covered with pools of green slime. More green slime clings to the ceiling and forms hideous drapes along the wall. In the middle of the cave, facing east, is a slime-covered throne. The elemental can see that the Pudding King is hiding behind the throne with 3/4 cover.
Okay, that's the turn.
1 second to look something up. You hear the Pudding King start to chant. He's here, but he's behind this throne. You hear the Pudding King start to chant something, and just figure this out. Okay. So I just need to draw something. Shape. Oh, one. Damn it. Sorry. I didn't give myself enough room to draw it. Oh, you guys can't see it because I'm on the wrong screen entirely. So what does it matter? Okay. This stuff. Ah, what just happened? Just once more. Nope. Or all my drawing.
See a square.
Yeah.
See a circle.
We're going to eliminate this. As right here, a giant cloud of dark fomenting energy, like just gas, starts to rise up. Let's see. Sorry, I'll put this a little bit, yeah, a little bit closer to him. Starts to rise up, and it just obscures the whole area. The earth elemental probably starts recognizing its poison immediately. It is the cloud kill spell. All right. That is his turn. Jason.
All right. So we had seen maps of this area, so I would have a pretty good idea of the other way around.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
I will. The only thing I will say is, west of the route you wrote, you was terrible for oozes.
Yeah. Well, and if I stay stealthed, I have to move at half speed. I might start that anyway. I'm gonna move south to here and then stealth. And I'm gonna start making my way around the long way to see if I can't take out this spell.
Okay. Make me a stealth check. Got it. Okay. Vic, what are you doing?
All right, I'm going to move 10, 20, 30. I want to try to cast Dispel Magic on that.
Okay. I need. Can you throw up Dispel Magic for?
That's a way better
Yeah.
idea than mine.
I'm just excited. It's the first time that I might be able to use this spell.
Okay, I need your spell. Make an ability check using your spell casting ability. It's going to be DC 15, I think.
All right.
Yep, DC 15.
I'm gonna
Reroll.
a reroll. I'm throwing a reroll on that one.
Reroll.
Come on. Third level spell.
money,
Help me
big
out
money.
here. Big money.
Yeah.
There you
Make
go.
it. All right. The cloud disappears, and you hear him say in the background. Hold on, let's see. Where is he? He says, you could be one with the faceless lord. Let yourself be eaten and disgorged.
I went to a party like this one time and I didn't have a good time, so no thanks.
Let me just switch layers. All right, you have dispersed cloud kill. Drizzle.
Okay. I'm moving forward 10, 20, 30. Just need to check something. I wasn't certain before. Can I see him?
You can see where he is. Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna then move up the next. Just gonna keep moving myself because I'm pretty far away from everything.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna try and get up another 10, 20, 30, where I'm kind of unseen by him in a direct line, I hope.
Okay. Dolphix.
Alrighty. I guess I'll just dash again. So, what is it? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then Earth Elemental is going to dash as well. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's right up to it. All done.
Second. Oops. I can just spell. Okay. You see. This goes at the Earth Elemental. And then this happens. So Earth Elemental, no problem. And he disappears behind some other, like you can all see where he is, but he's intentionally hiding. That was his turn, Jason. You no longer smell the noxious gas cloud to your north.
Recover from my earlier bad plan.
Though, in fairness, I didn't know Vic had dispel magic.
I didn't either.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna dash twice. So get to there. That's it.
Did he Misty step 60 feet?
Oh, he sure did. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Vic.
Be honest.
Okay, so I saw him or heard him cast he cast the cloud kill, right?
He cast Cloud Coat,
It came from him. Okay,
and
I
he
think-
just cast Misty Step.
I'm gonna cast. He's trying to get away. I'm gonna cast Silence and draw a shape. Make it a circle.
Let me know if you need help. Not that I'm. As you noticed, I am not the best at this, but
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna be the best at this either. Okay. How do you do a circle?
oh, here I'll do it for you. What's a radius?
So basically it's a 20 foot radius. I want to park him in it, but I want the center of the sphere to be to the west. So should he want to continue forward that way, he'll be perpetually keeping himself in the silence. So I want him just on the edge of the circle. So he could maybe move it over.
Like here?
Yeah. That looks good.
That's about 20, right?
Yeah.
It's not quite right, but yeah, got it. Okay.
That looks good.
All right.
So oh shoot, I'm sorry. I think I still have movement. I don't think I moved yet. I get there.
I did not see where you were, so I apologize. I'm up north of you.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, Drizzle.
All right. What was that circle?
That's a silence spell.
Okay. That he's currently in.
He's currently in it, yep.
So then I'm going to dash 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 here. Yeah. 60. That's it.
Okay. Got it.
And
Dolphins.
again, is that a 20-foot radius or a 40-foot radius?
Oh, thank you. In fact, the cloud kill I messed up too.
Yeah,
So I
I
apologize.
figured
Yeah, no,
that's
I
okay.
think-
It
yeah.
got dispelled anyway.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
not worried.
So here's 20.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm so used to making these a certain size and then
Yeah, no
and
worries.
looking visually at them.
All right, Dolphix is going to dash again. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, so close. And the Earth Elemental is just going to move up and
Okay.
hit it.
That definitely hits. Just make sure it doesn't have anything weird.
It's bleeding pudding.
Oh, poop. Okay. Sorry, I completely forgot something. Yeah, I completely forgot something. Yeah, he takes, what was that? Sorry, total of
25.
all right. It is his turn. As a bonus action, Dolphix, please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Let's see here. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration. Can I do that
Okay.
on this?
Yeah. I
Do,
assume.
do you want to use a reroll first? We got 6 of them in the pool.
Then I'm gonna use a reroll first. Let's get rid of that. 11. Not that much greater.
Okay, give me 1 second because I actually don't remember.
But if you want to use your bardic inspiration on that, at least it's a little boosty up.
Yeah, you're right. It's 1d8, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Oh
12.
man, fate doesn't want
Alright.
this to happen.
So Dolphix, you hear him say he shouts something like,
We wouldn't hear it.
Wouldn't
"Oh, he
hear.
wouldn't hear it. That's fine." You hear him shouting something and looking up at the ceiling. Did you need to rearrange? Sorry, my dog is. And a green slime falls straight on you, and it is stuck on you.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
thankfully, you only take 1 point of acid damage, so 0 this round. But you will have to spend a turn scraping it off, or finding a way to get it off.
Okay.
Next turn. That was just his bonus action.
Yeah.
Which is what I forgot and why I said poop earlier. He has basically a lair action. As what? This doesn't make sense. Give me 1 second. I'm very sorry, super confused by something that's written in here. Give me 1 second just to figure out what this is.
I worry about what this might be when he figures it out.
I thought I understood this, but I don't at all. You start to see his form start to like bubble, and you realize he might be more ooze than you think he is. He Here, I'm going to just make an intelligence check for him to figure out if he can guess where the silence begins. So I'll do what the spell level for science is. 3rd level, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to do a DC 13. So he does not know where it is. He's not going to move away. So maybe he moves there away from you. And he has this little like pick in his hands. And he misses. Jason.
All right, I'm gonna continue moving up. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna dash twice. I can get to there.
Got it?
Yep.
Vic.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right, I'm going to move 10, 20, 30. Oh, what can I do? Is I just gotta see. Let's see. Healing word, 60 feet. I'll do a healing word over to Dolphix. Oh, 7 points.
Okay.
And I guess I'll ready a vicious mockery if he steps out of my silent spell. I don't. It wouldn't work while he's in the silent spell, but
Okay. Sorry, my dog just is walking to the door, and I just need. Give me 1 second. I just need to make sure she's okay.
hopefully you were wounded enough, Dolphix, that it made a difference.
It did actually.
I figured you were kind of getting hit with that little bit of residual over the course of the battle, so
Yeah, no, it made a difference.
She just can't make sharp right turns, so she had to take the long way around to the waterball. All right. Drizzle.
I am going to move up 30 and go for this shot in the dark. Let me make sure I get the right way.
Okay.
So it's going to be a wisdom saving throw.
Give me 1 second. Okay. So he has advantage on this.
Do we have anything that'll knock his score down, anyone? My lingering bardic inspiration, nothing. Yes!
I am using a reroll.
No!
No luck. He's held.
Take that.
Okay. Dolphix.
Okay. Going up. Gotta hit it. Hit him. Actually, I'm gonna move over here so I can still do my booming blade.
He's paralyzed, so you have advantage.
Great.
14.
Isn't paralyzed any attack that hits is a crit?
Maybe. Let's see.
I think that's incapacitated.
Let's see. Paralyze. Okay, here's paralyzed. Paralyzed is incapacitated. I can't move or speak. So, yep. Attack rolls have advantage. Any attack that hits a creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Oh, so it is a crit. So
Just
I'll roll another 1d6.
Yep.
So another 5.
Okay.
So that's the first hit. And then the second hit. Plus another 1d6. Another 5.
Okay, so what total? Sorry, total
29.
16.
13 plus 5 is 18.
Oh, sorry.
From the second hit.
Sorry, I'm not even counting those. So, sorry, the total there is 20, 25 plus 18. So,
What?
right?
It's 25 plus 18. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll do the dumb way. Okay.
And then
done.
Earth Elemental.
Yep. Hits. I can't. Yep, kills him.
Yeah.
Flattens him. And as the Earth Elemental, or sorry, not the Earth Elemental, as the Pudding King dies, you do see you start to see pieces of green slime just start to fall down to the on the ground randomly. It's really easy to avoid them because they form sort of big drops and then they fall. And you hear some cheers over to your west as the creatures just lose their will to fight. And instead of fighting people, they're just sort of moving randomly around, sort of in a sense that Senny predicted. Vic, you are surprised very quickly as you feel a presence behind you, and you turn around, and one of the Galabdur is moving up, followed by 2 others of the Galabdur. And they move up and they pick up the body of this creature. And you see them, the one who picked it up starts to move into the rock with it. And as it moves into the rock, you see like the Galabdur can move into the rock, but the thing can't necessarily. And you see it sort of squeezed like you know, when you put an orange in an orange press, like, and the ooze start to creep out of it and sizzle as its essence is sort of trapped inside rock over to the east of here. And then everything sort of, the oozes are still all there and they still pose a threat, but they're no longer directed towards the town. So they're just sort of like randomly moving in different directions, which is very different than what was happening. And you get the strong suspicion you have succeeded. Two of the Galabdur sit there smiling blankly at you.
That's a pretty cool move. I don't think many amount of practicing on my part. I'm probably not going to learn that one. I'll stick to the singing zones.
To quickly sort of finish up for the night, you are celebrated as heroes, absolute heroes. Dolphix, on the way out, you look at what was inside the princess, and there are 2 spell books crafted in metal, so they couldn't be dissolved. Some sort of strange metal that you're unfamiliar with. Quite powerful spell books, in fact. And they are authored by a Swerfneblin archmage named Lesla Carawell. And the first one was called Underland Magic, and the second one was called Magic from Beyond the Mirror. They contain up to 8th level spells. There's probably, I'm just estimating, there's probably 50 to 64 spells in this thing between the 2. So
Wow.
Yeah.
I do need some practice. Kind of just take those books.
I'd say also inside the throne itself, there was a petrified stool. Oh goodness, that was Freudian slip. A petrified mushroom, not a petrified stool, and its cap came off. And in it, you found some more treasure, which I will find in a minute. But you are absolutely like heroes, and not only you. It's interesting. The guards and especially the were-rats, all of you are considered heroes. And as you get back to the inn and as you travel back, it's in fact really easy to even walk straight back to the west, because the oozes, like I said, while they pose a threat, they're not actually aggressive in any way unless you step on one, or they're just sort of hanging around. The elation and the feeling in the town is really palpable. By the time you get back, people are out in the market, and the Tappy has brought kegs out into the market, and people are drinking, and people are bringing food out from their houses, whatever they have to celebrate this. And it's probably the most festive you've seen this whole time you've been in the Underdark. It's like a true celebration of things, and winning against something finally. And so you guys have a great evening, and you stay up as late as you want because you're adults. So, and so with that, we will finish tonight. The characters still have one last step to go, and it might be harder than they think. As now the gnomes of Blingdenstone are more than happy to give them the maps and even guides up to the surface, so they can finally escape. Just a short trip to go, but what might happen on that trip, we'll see. So we'll be back next week. Thank you for joining us. Please, if you haven't joined our Discord channel, do that. If you like what you saw, please join our Patreon and see all the benefits. Stop by most every night. We'll have something going on. Let's see. What's tomorrow night? Tomorrow night, the
Tomorrow
story
night
of,
Campaign.
We got a Temple of Elemental Evil on the books
Okay.
for tomorrow.
okay, and then Eldritch
Saturday,
Sounds is
Saturday I'm gonna be playing. We're gonna finish up Resident Evil 7
okay.
during the day, and on Sunday is
Eldritch Sounds. It's not
Ghost of
it'll be
Saltmarsh.
Ghost of Saltmarsh then.
Ghost of Saltmarsh. Yeah. And then our whole thing starts over again every Monday. The schedule's down below. Check us out. And next time for us will be our finale. As we our characters sort of finally escape, and we will find out, assuming they escape, what they go on to do. So with that, we'll say goodnight. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you next week.
All right, let's go and throw a raid over to Lord Gasumba. I gotta show him some love because he always answers my Greyhawk questions. So I'll go and see them. Have a good night.